Thank you very much for staying with us. Now let's settle down for the details of our stories. The Electricity Company of Ghana has begun a mass disconnection exercise of customers who owe them more than 3 months. The company explained the nationwide exercise would not exclude any government institution. Meanwhile, the company says that consumers would continue to endure the 12-hour power cuts until power generation is improved. Here's a report by Sandra Amakwe.
Revenue collection has been a major challenge for the Electricity Company of Ghana. The World Bank report in 2013 fingered the ECG of making 23% losses in 2012, which could have saved the company about $85 million. ECG says it has embarked on a mass disconnection exercise to rake in more revenue.
We started a mass disconnection of customers who are in arrears. We know that things are hard. We know that we are not giving best of services now because of the load shedding. But let us be fair to all ourselves. It takes money to produce the power. It takes money to do the distribution.
Public Relations Manager at ECG, William Watting, noted services to consumers who have not paid their bills for 3 months and over will be disconnected. Ministries, hospitals, schools will not be exempted from the ongoing exercise. William Watting explained some government institutions have failed to settle their bills despite a government's directive since January this year. Meanwhile, the ECG maintains consumers would still endure 12 hours of power cut and 24 hours power supply.
We are insisting that you go off 12 hours, you give power 24 hours. After 24 hours, you should get the power back. When you have a generation deficit everywhere in the world, you definitely have challenges in your distribution system. You cannot go religious, you cannot adhere religiously to any timetable. It's not as if it's intentional, we just want to put power off and on.
This is still MiddayLive on TV3. We are joined on the line by William Boateng, who is the Public Relations Officer of the Electricity Company of Ghana, to throw some more light on their decision to cut state institutions and also individuals and private homes that owe the ECG more than 3 months arrears in terms of bills. Good afternoon, sir, and thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
To start with, is it a decision that has been there long ago, or the ECG just decided this recently?
No, it has been part of the policy of the company in terms of revenue mobilization. The customers who are aware, we don't look at the quantum per se, we don't look at the amount per se, we look at the age of the debt. If it's more than 3 months, then you are due for disconnection if you are aware. So you have to come and disconnect. It's only that because we are getting to the end of the year, we want to improve the mobilization of our revenue before we close for the end of the year.
Okay, so it is a decision to intensify because you are getting to the end of the year.
Definitely, yes, that is the decision.
Right, but per your statutes, is it how many? Let's shift the focus now to state institutions. We hear like one particular one that is in the news now is Parliament. Can you give us a fair idea of how much Parliament owes?
In fact, it's a district and regional activity, so I'm unable to tell you the exact amount for now. But initially, from time memorial, we have what we call the clearinghouse system, where government agencies, departments, and the ministries will forward their bills, that clearinghouse, and they will do the offsetting with customers that or our suppliers. You know, sometimes we owe our suppliers also, and then we can offset. But for some time now, we started mixing them. The government gave us the directive to meter all of them so that they will be responsible for their own bills. And so since January, that is the position now that they should pay for what they have consumed themselves instead of sending to the clearinghouse. And that's what we are doing a follow-up, because for some time now we have realized that we have not seen any payment coming from that.
We are told that Parliament, well, not like picking on Parliament, but what we are told is that they particularly owe you 2 years arrears. Is that the case?
I can't confirm or deny that. I told that it's a district level activity. But I know that all the state institutions, they are owing us because over the years we have a clearinghouse system that we operate. So I cannot now confirm.
All right, so walk me through what goes on if you undertake a disconnection exercise. So a particular house owes 3 months and more. and then you come there and then you just cut off the power. Is that what happens?
Many times some of them are only about 6 months in arrears. It's not only 3 months. We look at the age of the debt. Then we print a docket telling us the last time you paid your bill. So out of that, we look on the docket and then we move to action, moving from us. The best would have been the fact that just through an announcement or the distribution of the bills, we state under the receipt at the bottom telling you that please come and pay your bill from. So we rather encourage customers instead of using that punitive, the last resort punitive measure. We would have pleaded, we plead with customers to rather come and pay on their own. Voluntarily, that is the best for us, because it costs us a lot of money mobilizing staff to go and do that disconnection exercise.
Policies and data we have collected, most consumers don't even know anything about
but Nanaya, that brings me to my next question, which will be that as the regulator, what plans are there, or what are the directives you've given to these utility players to ensure that they give information that they can abide by to the consumers? Because like you're saying, it is lack of information that is getting people to react the way they are doing. And consistently, over time, we've not been able to get that kind of information that will let people be able to plan.
Even now, what we have is not a normal situation. So the utility service providers should put in place extra them. Even the normal communication in a normal situation is not what we are talking about. The more effort should be put into communication at this moment that we are talking. We just finished an analysis of the data because we finished our monitoring on Friday. We just finished an analysis of the data that is telling us that what is going on is mainly an issue of a lack of communication. People are not aware of the situation, and also the fact that they don't even know who to reach. Yes. For instance, if you go off for 3 days, it is certainly not load shedding. And there should be mechanisms where consumers should be able to reach to the utility service providers to tell them that I have been off for 3 days.
Right.
And what is going on. And they should also be able to also communicate to the public about this issue of AFLS.
But maybe, Nana, yeah, maybe, just maybe, the regulator should be able to get them to spend this information, get them to release information or be forthcoming with information. So there should be some punitive measures if they do not come out to give us information prior to any exercise. And like you're saying, if your power is out for 3 days and more, it means then there is something particularly wrong. Yes, it's something particularly wrong. But then 1-2 days, by the 3rd day, some information should be out.
The point is that, you see, they might not even know that your light is off for 3 days, because it's possible that at your level or at the localized level, you are not on the national SCADA. So what they have to do is that they have to bring out some form of numbers and create platforms and opportunities and avenues for consumers to report to them if they go up beyond a certain stipulated number of hours. Because consumers are not even aware of the load shedding schedule. They don't know if they go on for 3 days, they think it is still load shedding, which certainly is not the issue.
Exactly.
You see, before we were all speculating that lack of communication, but now we are aware and we are sure that there's a lack of communication out there.
All right. Nanaya, we are very grateful for your time and we thank you very much for speaking with us. Nanaya Ajantwa is the Director of Public Affairs of the Public Utility Regulatory Commission, the PURC, and would stay with this issue a little longer.